Walking towards Crab Rocks now. Just want to run a story past you. Fabulous UFO sighting from 1966, June 1966 to be exact. And we're here once again, cliff tops. And if you look up there, if sun don't do too much damage, we've got the former RAF base. So you can see how close we were to RAF Bempton. And then think about this sighting from the 1960s. And there's 3 fishermen on a cobble, small fishing boat, that's based at Flamborough North Landing. It's called the Imperialist. And it's still in Bridlington Harbour today. Still sort of just sat in harbour. Looks in great nick, to be honest with you. And they laid some crab pots and they were coming under what's called Crab Rocks. I'll see if I can come down at low tide to give you a better idea of the lay of the land. I mean, watch this, it's teeming. But that's Crab Rocks. So you can see today absolutely teeming with seabirds. But nothing here. Didn't have people milling about like they've got now. No bird sanctuary, and these guys were under the rocks. Mist-filled day. Couldn't see much above them. Very low-lying mist. So they'd only got about 20 foot above them before this mist. They're pulling crab pots. Listen to them. Fabulous. And as they're looking into water, they see something reflecting, something like circular, and they duck. Instinct, we'd all do it. Amazingly, they look up and there's a sphere of light above their heads. Literally just above their heads. They could have practically touched it. And I've spoke to 2 of these men, back from 1960s. One of them used to go on harbour all the time, sort of, I don't know, probably reminiscing about old times and things. He didn't particularly want to talk to me about a sphere of light above his head, Crab Rocks 1960s. But due to my connection with a few fishermen there, they got us talking. So I asked him about it. I said, how big was this sphere of light? He said, 30 ball. It made a bit of a scratch, a 30 ball. What he actually meant was football. It was the size of a football. Just Flamborough terminology, a 30 ball. There you go. So it were a milky white colour. And they looked up at it, fixed on it for a few seconds, and then it had gone. It just shot away. Totally silent. 1960s. We've got a radar base there that came in 1940s, and it was fully operational when they'd seen that sphere of light. I'm not saying that radar could have detected it, but what did we have technology wise in 1960s that were circular, size of a football, totally silent, hugging to cliffs, low-lying fog? I don't think we'd got that kind of technology, had we? And if we have, why aren't we deploying it now? Why aren't we using it now? That's what I'd have to ask. So I just wanted to run the Crab Rocks UFO report. Interestingly, and I'll walk back this way because Pete's down there, when they got back to shore, here's another impossibility, but it happened. There's men waiting to talk to them. So there's 2 ways of looking at this. Even back then it was some kind of remote controlled drone and they'd observed people who'd seen it. Don't believe that, to be honest with you. Not from 1960s, you know, 55 years ago or whatever, what it equates to. But there's men wanting to talk to them. It got into the Bridlington newspaper about this sphere of light. They were kind of reluctant to share lots about it, and I think that's the nature of most people when they come into contact with things like this. But I think a fabulous sighting, which just goes to show you that it don't matter what decade you're in, things of an unexplained nature are happening. And let's face it, if somebody had seen that today, if we're up here tonight and we were fortunate enough to see something as incredible as that, above our heads, we'd be talking about it, we'd be raving about it. So as the phenomenon advanced in 50, 60 years, or is it the fact that it's still leaving us sort of spellbound every time we see it? You know, I mean, that's why we spend so much time up here. We know the potential of this land, and once again, we're here and we'll be here till late. So I just thought I'd run the Crab Rocks UFO, football size, past you all, and hope you found it interesting. I certainly did. The imperialist UFO incident, 1966. How incredible is that? We'll head down there. Look at that, how fabulous. Really good. And you never know, might be talking about some incredible UFO sighting later tonight, and you guys will be first to hear. So if you like these shorts, don't forget, like and subscribe. Let's keep building in numbers. If you've got anything to share, information, UFO sighting, cryptid related, anything, as long as it's unexplained, we'll try and explain it. It's nice when you can't, but a lot of the time you can. On that note, I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.